So quite a lot happens on the Metro Tunnel every single month. October, particularly so, and it kind of spilled a bit into November. So we're here to update you on everything that's happened during that month. I'll probably miss some things, but I'm going to hit the main important, interesting things, I promise. So first off, the CBD stations. You might have noticed if you've walked down Swanston Street that there's these huge branch sort of things that have popped up at City Square. So that's actually the future station entrance. That structure will have some glass over the top. In front of that will actually be this reimagined form of Mockridge Fountain. Below City Square is this space that our architects call the crypt. So you get the escalators down from City Square and you open into this enormous cavern space. And there's these huge columns that reach up from the bottom, and I think they kind of look like the roots of the tree structure that forms the actual entrance. So up in the north, on the corner of La Trobe and Swanston Street, is the main entrance for State Library Station. There's a fair bit of work happening inside of that area. At the moment, if you walk past, you might have seen the artwork going in by Danny Mello. The actual structure itself is kind of getting fitted out with all the architectural flares at the moment. It's sort of this brownish gold paneling that's going up on all of the walls, and things like the lights, the escalators, all of those sorts of things are also going into that space. Down the road towards Franklin Street, you might have noticed this red structure emerging from the scaffolding as it's peeled away. So that thing is what our architects call a portal. So basically a fancy way of saying station entrance. Each of the stations sort of have their own little colour palette. So Parkville's ones are blue, Anzac's ones are green, Town Hall, the entrance at Fed Square will kind of have this bluish purpley sort of hue to it. And obviously the ones at State Library are this vermilion red colour. Because Arden just has the one main entrance, it doesn't have its own special colour. Below ground at State Library, earlier this month the team was switching on the chandeliers and the lights in the side tunnels that we call back swimmers. It's an important part of making sure that all of the fixtures and all of the station systems work properly, and it also is just a very cool signifier of how close the Metro Tunnel is getting to opening. So because major construction's finished at the other three stations, Anzac, Parkville and Arden, most of the work that's happening there is getting us ready for the next stage of the project, which is what we call trial ops. It's basically the stage of the project where we go from building all of the systems to making sure that people know how to operate all of the systems when the Metro Tunnel opens next year. And finally, for the last few weeks, we've been running what we call reliability growth trips. So for 2 days, trains basically run non-stop through each end of the tunnel. And along the way, they're testing things like the infrastructure within there, the power systems, making sure the platform screen doors work. And they're also using it as a chance to make sure that drivers have a lot of experience working within the Metro Tunnel. All right, and that's everything that's happened on the Metro Tunnel throughout the last few weeks. I'm sure that I missed a million things. There's always a lot happening. We'll be back in a few weeks with your next update. Let us know in the comments if there's anything that you want to see in particular, and we'll see you next time.